Welcome everybody. We are going to take a quick look at a few artifacts. I've got some pairs out. So these ones, they have a circle, kind of like a drawn in image of a bird. And that's what learning some of this art is just kind of like thinking outside the box. And that's what they did. It's creative, you know, it's all art. So it's done in different ways and in different styles. Very unexpectedly sometimes. And that's kind of what is fun about it. They're like little puzzles, right? And so we found this one the other day, and I think this one's great because this is one of the first ones that I found. I think the little guy with I believe he has something hanging down from the back of his head, but you can kind of see how there's a little portrait here, perhaps with an eye, and then you can see this one as well. He's like the same color. It's on a much bigger stone, but you can see how he's just embossed there. So, want to show you guys a few of the Squirrel Girl motifs here real quick. You guys know about Squirrel Girl, and I kind of drew her out, so that's kind of what she looks like on this one, and really it's just about the same on all of them. So I just kind of want to show, I guess, right you know, looking at the picture behind there, and we'll switch these around in a little bit of a different light too. You can see how this one has a very great little face. See the mouth on it? It's almost like a little bear face. You can see how the eye is white or painted in there. And when you put them next to each other, you can really see how the foreheads match up very, very well. That looks a little better if we do it like that. So hopefully you guys can see that. And then we have these other two big ones. We went over Squirrel Girl a lot, but just kind of want to show you some really good examples of her real quick and not overload you with like 50 different examples. So this one's a very defined one as well, as you guys can see. It's like all carved out and stuff. This is got some big coating on it and actually has a smell of lavender. They all smell like a little different. It's weird. So this red one that has it's almost like a statue face. It looks very modern. As you guys saw in the other video there, this image facing to the left with, of course, its eye right here. And covering up so much of it, I apologize. So we took a look at that one in the last video, and Jamie wanted to see the rest of it. So of course we have like a duck head, I believe, on this side. And it's really just like a bunch of bird heads, I think, when we tilt it around, and also full birds. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this one, yeah, you can start to see, I'm not gonna point every single one out, but you can start to see how like there's a little recessed beak. And when you turn it like this, you have the painted beak where it's red, and there's a carving for an eye right there, it looks like. It's getting a little tough for me to see the camera. Now we're going left, of course. So when you tilt it, you can start to see how the beak gets separated and things. It's quite a cool one, fun one. And then this is your full bird right here. So they're all kind of the same. You see the little beak and the way that the head is shaped. And you can make the beak disappear and pop out as if the bird's looking away. So, and if you look below, you'll be able to see the wing lines and things. So this duck head is much more defined. He's a painted big old duck head too, and you can see how the crystal is outlining this duck head here, especially when you tilt him. You can see the way that beak is curved up and things. And on the end of him, so if that one had like a very defined image, right, on its side, then this one should too, and it does. Something like that. You guys can see the right side profile, I'm sure. And then I want to show you one more. So just looking at them all, since we found that one together, I'm going to zoom out just a hair so you can see this one. So this one's really neat. He's got like an open mouth, kind of like a primitive face with a big jaw and like a flat top. And then when you tilt him, he gets like a bigger nose, and his mouth kind of turns a little bit different. Maybe it's the same person with a different expression. But this one has a lot on it, but the one I want to show you guys is this. So on the end, so what I'm doing now is just looking on the ends of these for the profiles, since we found that really clean one on that one. And I believe we have a pretty good one here as well with the eye pack. Sorry for bumping the camera there, guys. There's an eye pack still inside where the clay is. And you see the little nose poke out if I can get it just right. There we go. And you can see how the rest of it is representing hair all sticking up. So the camera's already overheated, so it's really tough to see, but I think I got it kind of semi-close. So there's a lot of them on these, and we can spend all day on them, you know. That's kind of what they're meant to do. But this is the only other red one that I've found. Actually, I know there's a bunch more out there. I just haven't collected them because I couldn't see them. But what I believe this represents is a frog. So when you see it sitting down like this, the spine kind of follows this paint curve. And you can see the way the leg, the thigh is positioned up, and like this is the butt of the frog. So you guys let me know what you think maybe. And I believe this one is a very similar one, like a toad. So I know it sounds weird, but that's how creative this stuff is. It's really interesting stuff. So here's two little bird totems, and then I wish you guys the rest of your day well. But here's a little bird here, full bird artifact. It's kind of shaped like an axe, you can see, but you see the little face on it, of course. You guys have seen that one before. And then here is a little totem as well. And get a good spot there so you can see. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.